Alright, so today I'm going to be building something that I've been thinking about for a long time. And I mean, a long time. But I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. So I went on to Chunk Base to find a zombie dungeon to, of course, help me build Kino Der Toten, which I think is probably the best zombies map from the best Call of Duty Black Ops 1. So I put together my beacon and I just started to chip away. This first part, I really just wanted to feel everything out. I wanted to get a size of the room, get a size of the stairs, kind of see where these windows would come in, where the zombies will, flow through. It started to really feel very Minecrafty, and by very Minecrafty, I mean like 2011, 2012. It looked ugly, and I don't know if it was the cobblestone stairs, but it didn't feel right. So I tore everything up, restarted, expanded the room, and I figured slabs would probably be the best option to do. Once I put the slabs in and extended the distance of the stairs and brought out the walls, it really started to feel like Kino. And I don't know how to explain that besides when you're actually moving the keys around, it felt like Kino. I felt like I was at a good point here to almost stop getting the bones in, and now I'm going to really work on trying to figure out how I get zombies in multiple different windows.
Alright, so I think I'm really starting to get a good vibe here. So zombies are going to spawn down there, but us as the player, we're going to be on top of here, and this will be, the portal link when you link it obviously to the theater, right? If you played some Kino. So, and I wanted you to make sure zombies are flowing. So what's going to happen is we will obviously make this dark, get some water streams going through here. Zombies will spawn. They'll go down into this little funnel. And then it is our job next to figure out how we're going to distribute these zombies. And in this first starting room, you have 4 windows. So you have this one on the left, which is about right there. You got this back alley one. I'm going to make this a 2x2. And then you have this one under these right stairs in this little hallway, this long dark hallway. I can't wait to make that pretty dark. And then on the left over here, you have the one just up the stairs. Okay, so like I said, we kind of have the structure here, and I mean, if you walk through here, if you've played Kino Der Toten, if you're coming back and just come into the starting room, I feel this right here. Doesn't this feel like Kino? I even think the steps and the height of it really, really feel like the OG map. So, like I said, you got the starting room. This will be the link. And this is basically going to be our XP farm right here. All right, guys. I think I figured it out. I think I figured out a way to get zombies in all 4 windows right here. And I do want to preface real quick. I'm only building the starting room. I don't have the time to build the whole map and find all the little intricacies, but I also spent so long. I want to call maybe say 8 hours on just trying to distribute zombies. I think I overcomplicated it, but let me show you kind of the setup here. So I'm gonna have to adjust this because going up through that left window is not gonna work. But you can see got a water stream going here, and you can see a bunch of pistons. So let me explain how this works. So we're going to go to this back room where all the magic happens in this huge mess of wires and bulbs and lights and clocks. So let me explain here. I downloaded the free cam mod here to hopefully show you a little better while I explain. So let's go down. We can no clip through the walls with this mod, which is awesome. So here is the spawning room, right? So the player is going to start on the portal link, kind of where you spawn in the real BO1 game. This button right here is going to be clicked, and it'll turn this light off, allowing zombies to spawn. They're going to get taken by the water all the way down and then push up through this bubble column. When they go up here, they will be directed into 2 separate directions based on which pistons are extended and retracted. And to make that happen is with all of these clocks right here and all these wires. So let me show you here. So when this light turns off, this line of observers will detect it. It'll send a single signal all the way down this line. and this is just one long feed. So it'll come up through here and it'll turn this bulb on. It should, right? So that's where we are right here. This bulb will turn on and a comparator takes it to another bulb where the signals then get split into two different directions for two different clocks. And what happens is when you have a different amount of items, your timings are a little different. And we have multiple different pistons to allow different tunnels and avenues to open up. So again, they're going to come up here, and depending on what's open, the water streams will direct them. So currently, if a zombie were to come up, they'd get pushed here, they'd fall down, and what do you know? We're in this back window right here. If a zombie was to be pushed to this upstairs, they would go through this tunnel all the way down here. Again, this piston is extended right now, but when it retracts, this will open up. There's another one here to get to this left window. And the one under the stairs, this one I'm going to assume is going to have the least amount of zombies, because if you go all the way up, you can see this giant line of tunnels and water streams. So it might take a while for a bunch of zombies to file in, but they'll get there eventually. Let me show you an example of what it's going to look like. I'm just going to cover myself real quick with a bunch of blocks to clip around and show you guys. So again, as an example, this light is turned on currently. No zombies are spawning. Let's turn this button on. Oh, there we go. I didn't know if that worked. Okay, the zombies have spawned and they're going down the tunnel. And they're going to push each other, and some might get stuck, but as more spawn, we'll see what happens. So now, oh, you actually saw these pistons fire, so let's follow this guy. That one has extended, so he's not going to get pushed through here. He is going to go down this, and he's going to end up, what do you know, in this back window right here, right? So let's keep watching. So a bunch of new zombies have just spawned. They're going to push each other through the tunnel. And let's see what's open now. So I see these pistons on the left have extended. So this one's, oh, and this one just got blocked. So funny timing on that one. But oh, this other piston has extended. So these guys are going to go all the way around and eventually end up in this back right one. Let's just keep watching. Let's keep watching. I saw those fire. These guys are going to get pushed to the right. And looks like they're also going to go to the right again. They're going to get dropped down. And let's see where they end up. They're in this left window here. Look at that. We have multiple windows being filled with zombies. Alright, let's start fighting them and kind of see how this will basically go. Okay, let's see how we can build this thing actually. Guys, I've done it. I think I've done it. I've got everything done for the most part. I even figured out a new way to get in and out of this place. Faster travel through the nether. So, You're gonna come through this portal right here, and this is just kind of like a little back room. But to actually get into the map, we're gonna flick this lever, close it off so no zombies and everything else wanders around. It's usually where that first door is. So here's the game. Here it is. Doesn't this feel like Kino? I know I'm saying it this whole video, and that's the whole point. We want the feeling down right here. So we got kind of what I'd say is everything in. The floor is all super messy. There's stuff I couldn't do, obviously, like put a mirror and a bunch of debris on these stairs, but the structure and the core, you get the feeling this is a dim and just gross, dirty, old facility that the Germans were using, and now zombies have overtaken it. So let's check out a few of these windows. Here on the left, you have this window, which, I mean, if you remember from BO1, this is just pure black back there. So I think it's going to be cool when you see a bunch of zombies coming out of here. You just see the green off in the distance, and they'll come in. You have this back alley one. It's down here. Oh, geez, hello. Must have been one just... he came from this window, which is a good... I'll show this one off. I really like this one. So a little trick I want to show you guys as well. So I didn't want the player to be able to jump into these windows for the most part, so I have these walls. And if you think of the game, the windows these zombies come out of are actually busted red doors. So I originally had mangrove wood right here, but you could easily just jump over them. So I decided to put these granite walls here. And the little trick is the zombies will have this slab and they'll be able to jump over, but the player from the inside cannot. So you got that window right there. Here is the main entrance to the theater. That's just blocked off because we're not building that whole thing. To the left is usually a longer hallway with another door for another room. But back here, I just hid another exit, entrance, whatever you want to call it, so I can access all the redstone that's back here instead of going out that left window like I was earlier. So this is just hidden back here. And for the most part, I don't think we're going to really be paying attention to this. Let's check out this window off to the back. And big difference in this one is I'll be able to jump through it, but just because this window is actually kind of how the trim, the bottom of the wall trim is this like brown wood from the game. So I just wanted to incorporate that. And back here is a little different. Usually you'd have an outside area where zombies will come through both of these openings, but I'm not going to create a whole outside experience. So made some creative liberties here and just a little back room with a couple of, filing cabinets and some wardrobe and just little things like that. Off to the right here, we have quick revive. And I mean, come on, isn't the totem of undying the best way to represent quick revive in here? I absolutely hate how the quick revive looks, but I really can't do anything. Maybe I could put a sea lantern in here to get the blue, but to get the shape of up top here, I just use this white stair, and I hate it. I hate how it looks, but you can only do what you can in this game. Let's go up here and check the left window real quick. Another creative liberty I had to make was this back room. If you remember in BO1, this is, you look out onto a huge banister. It's like a second floor, and I don't know what is on the first floor of this, but you see zombies come off to the left. Same deal. I don't want people jumping in this, but the zombies will have that slab to jump over. And for the most part, this is basically done besides some minor wall decals I want to put up. Usually you have this big wall here, or I'm sorry, this big wooden poster showing where where the mystery box is currently located. And then a couple of guns on the wall that I want to incorporate. So you got one right here by this stair, and then you got the one right down there by that window. Like I said, that's just some extra things I'll put in, and I guess final thing I could comment on is the German flag. So I didn't want to put the usual flag that's in there. I wanted to make it a little more Minecrafty, so I got the golden apple banner pattern and threw that in there, and it's a little different. Instead of a white circle that's on that usual German flag, I put a diamond. So switching it up a little bit to make it actually feel like Minecraft. The one thing I will say is this giant flag that is in the game is on this wall. I couldn't replicate that pattern really well. So I kind of just have this really ugly thing. But when you are fighting zombies down here, for the most part, you're not going to be looking up there. That's not your focus. So that is basically the map. I have my brightness turned all the way up. Let me just show you real quick what I usually play at. I usually play at around 30. Shout out B-dubs for this, and the feel just completely changes. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it on the screen, but it is even more dark in here for the most part. But to show it off, I wanted to... Oh, that's my sim distance. For the most part, I wanted to show off the little details. So you wouldn't really be able to see if it was too dark, and I don't think it would look good just brightening it up. So that's it. I want to test this out. I want to get it through some fresh eyes. So I'm going to have my girlfriend test it, and we'll see how long she can survive.
Fetch me their souls!
Yo, what up, chat? Yo, chat! It's been a minute, but I'm back.
There is a button.
Yeah,
Right click that.
right click in.
Okay, you've turned it on. You gotta hold there for
How do I move?
WASD. Your goal is to survive as long as possible.
Where am I supposed to go?
You just stay there until you see some zombies, because they need to warm up.
How do I swing on them?
Left.
Okay, cool.
Good luck.
I have to stand here?
It's just warming up.
They're getting louder. Yeah, I don't like this.
You can stand, like, on the stair for now. Yeah, go ahead. Just but I would just look right there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, do you see a zombie?
Yeah.
Jump through there. Your goal?
Just swing on them bitches. What?
Here we go.
Look, I'm so good. Oh, okay. Run where? No, I'm dead.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This took over a month, and I wasn't working on this hours at a time, back-to-back days. It took some time, and I took some breaks, but I had a lot of fun along the way. Let me know what I should do next. I don't really upload very often, but when I do, I put my heart and soul into these videos, and I do have some ideas cooking, so if this video does well, maybe I'll do some more. So don't forget to leave a comment, like, share it. That'd be great.